What's up, everybody? SuperSmallchibiwolf here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Princess Mononoke. So, this movie is about a prince named Ashitaka Kata. By the way, if I pronounce their names wrong, I'm sorry. So, this is about a prince named Ashitaka, and who in the start of the movie gets attacked by a demonized boar that gives him a scar. What the scar is like, gives him, let's just say it gives him powers or something, right? And but he gets banished from his town because of this score. They see him now as a unclean guy, like maybe another word would be like unholy person or something like that, who's caused by like a spirit, so something like that. And eventually he goes off on his adventure. During his travels, he comes upon Princess Mononoke, a wolf princess. Also, Shitakata eventually gets to a town, and their leader is Lady Iboshi. Iboshi? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Iboshi, I think that's how you pronounce it. But I want to say, before continuing, the art style of this movie, I enjoy it, man. It's one of those cool classic films with that cool look in it. And yeah, man. Also, like it was a hand-drawn, I was doing some research, right, on this movie before watching. I was like, so what is this about? I really didn't know that much. And, I was like, oh, I found out like it was one of those hand-drawn, like when they used to do that. And, that's pretty cool, And, man, I enjoy that stuff. Hearing like, they had to do this and that history. And, it's pretty cool to know that this movie was created that way. Also, I would say this is one of Studio Ghibli's greatest looking movies. From the detail, for example, the shadows, how they interact with things, and, the wind blowing through the grass, to the demon. What was that? It was like, in the beginning of the movie, it was like a demon or something. Like, that looked cool, man. Like, I enjoyed it, man. Like, back then, they had creative stuff back then, Like, don't get me wrong, nowadays it's cool, but not in the same way, For example, the leader is cool more in the CGI aspect, while back then was more of the details and the coolness, try to do something more than, boom, being CGI, boom. But moving on from that, the characters, man. I think they were pretty cool characters, dude. So Ashitaka, he was a nice, chill guy, man, who fights good and has good powers due to the scar in his arm. He got I think strength and a dark violet tentacle thing. It's more what that reminded me of was, I don't know if you watched the review I did, but Lucy from Elfen Lied, she has something like that. So invisible arms and. Well, not in that way, like a Lucy way, but what was it? At one point, it was something like that, like tentacle, but with tentacle, not like hands. So yeah, moving on from that, San, she was a cool wolf princess, Princess Mononoke. In my opinion, man, what was it? San, I would say, she had a good part. Don't get me wrong. She was in this movie. She's one of the main characters. But, oh man, I would have liked to see a little bit more of the fighting and all that of her. A little bit more. Because I did enjoy that character. And this is like a 2-hour movie or something like that. Around there. So, yeah, man. So, San, I think San and Ashitaka, those two were my favorite ones. My favorite characters because they were cool, great fighters, and yeah, man. Pretty cool. So yeah, besides that, it was like this other dude, I forgot his name. He was okay. And then it was Lady Iboshi. Now in the beginning, she was like this nice leader, and then later on, you see like she is like, what was it? Oh, the Spirit Town, Iron Town it was called. Yes, she was the leader of the whole town, Iron Town, and a threat to the spirits in the forest nearby Iron Town. So yeah, she was a threat to them, and in my opinion, how they introduced her, she was like this cool, chilled down person, like nice. and then it was like, boom, she's evil. And in my opinion, yeah, I guess whatever, But in my opinion, to be honest, this was a pretty nice story. Like she did fit a nice story. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's a bad person, bad character. I'm not saying that. It's just something I was like, okay, So yeah. So like I say, if you don't, if you watched other reviews, I'm into the fighting scenes. In this movie, man, it had cool fighting scenes, man. The fighting scenes here, man, like, man, I would say is nice. So moving from that, man, I would say I think this movie does good. And I met people who watched a lot of different movies and all those stuff, different genres. And they always talk about, for example, oh, why is it? Oh, so what they were saying is, oh, why is it important to go into detail when some movies does here and there? For example, like, how like some movies they go into detail, or some show series go into detail about the town and all, and they don't do that a lot. And in different movies, doesn't matter animated or not. And a lot of times I say, it'll be cool if they go into, like RPG game. How like RPG games, they go into show like the town and all that. And some people, they like, why you like those games? That's all they do. They like more like the shooting games, just go and just get into the fighting already, And in my opinion, I bring this up because I can relate this to something here. So, for example, like, I think this movie does good is in the town, Iron Town. This is a place where people are, against the demon creatures and where they live, the people, humans. And now, I did enjoy this, seeing how they create everything, because in this town, they have, like, for example, they go into detail of what everyone does, and everyone has a part in this town. It's not like, oh, I'm just a civilian, whatever. No, everyone works together. They have a part in this town. They interact with each other. They all work to keep this town going. You know what I mean? And it was cool to see that, because a lot of other movies and stuff, doesn't do that. And the closest thing I would compare to this is Final Fantasy games, because they do go into, you could see here and there how, they do it, like how they run the town, how they go on. And I enjoyed how they put this in the movie. It was really cool. So, I'm kind of running out of time. So, let's see what else. So, to the end of this review, before spoilers, I would say, man, I love this movie. This movie was pretty cool, and one of my favorite movies from Studio Ghibli. Now, it's hard. I would say, yeah, it's a 2-hour movie, and it was pretty cool. Now, what was it? I would say, for example, I watch a lot of movies and and a lot of stuff, and I like the characters in this one. And sometimes I like to think about like comparing the characters, like this character with these other characters, and these characters are pretty cool, all out. And the world they just adventure in was pretty cool, and I enjoyed this movie. So, this is one of my favorite Studio Ghibli films. Maybe my favorite, maybe. Okay, I didn't really give it really think about it, but yeah. And plus, I didn't watch all their films yet, so that too I need to be thinking about. So the music was cool, the fighting scenes were cool, the characters were cool, and the art style was amazing. Now, with that being that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye. Now, I'm going to talk about 2 spoilers or 3, so stay tuned. So I'm going to talk about the spoiler part now. So let's continue. So the cover has Sam with blood on the face saying, in my opinion, I thought that was like how people put like, oh, Alita Battle Angel, for example. How she just takes blood from a fallen little animal. I think it was a baby dog, a puppy, and then puts it on her face as a sign of, look, this is war. I'm going to fight. Blah. That's basically what she does too in that situation. And I was like, okay, cool. And, she looks badass. That looks pretty cool, man. When you see the warriors in like these movies put there, like, yo, I'm going to fight, boom. And you know, I don't know. To me, it was just little things that made, just I like. So another thing though, I did like this one more. There's a part towards the middle where I should take Ashitika. Oh shit, man, these words, man, these names. Okay, for the remaining of this video, he will be known as Ashitaka. Okay, Ashitaka leaves the town. He falls off the wolf. Then I think I was like, it's because the wolf, in my opinion, no, they have like a big ass wolf. They have like these small wolves, and in my opinion, it was kind of weird because like, why did they, for for example, why did they have to make it like, oh, the wolf, he falls off the wolf. Now all the wolves need to be in defense mode right away, and then they started numbing. Dude, the wolf literally started numbing on his head and his skull, and I was like, what the hell? Shouldn't he be dead, yo? But then I remembered, oh wait, his durability. So I was like, oh shit. But still, like, this person is not a threat. He falls off the wolf, and then boom, he goes all in. Ugh. And then it's just like, what the hell? Like, he's like your teammate. You don't. It was, well, at that point, no. But yeah, man, I don't know. It was just like, what? To be honest, I have a feeling they wanted to include him with the power of healing factor. So maybe I'm wrong, but hey, that's a little small prediction. I am theory or whatever. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy. Those are the two spoilers I just wanted to talk about. Now, with that being said, I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me in the comments what you think. Tell me if you watched this movie and what do you think about it. With that being said, until next time, bye.